Man, I don't know if y'all boys remember or not, but when RG3 was drafted, he had one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. But unfortunately, due to injuries, that was the peak of his career. And because of that, I just, felt the need to, why not? Let's bring rookie RG3 back into the league, but into the current rosters where he's on the Washington Commanders with Terry McLaurin and all them boys. And for RG3's first game in his new career, he's playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who definitely have some dogs on this defense. So it's going to be tough. On 2nd and 2, RG3 runs a play action, tries to scramble outside the pocket, but Josh Allen is there. He gets a sack. Then on 3rd and 10, RG3 got to think fast because Josh Allen is on him again for another sack. That's 2 sacks in a row for Josh Allen. After a scoreless first quarter, luckily their defense is good enough to hold Jacksonville to 3 points. RG3 scrambles outside the pocket, tries to get the first down, but slides right before it. Now something that they're going to have to use a lot is their running backs. They got 2 very decent running backs, and they get in for an easy rushing touchdown. Now RG3 doesn't have an amazing arm, but somehow he fits this ball into his tight end between 3 defenders. That is a dot. The Commanders made their way up the field. On 2nd and 3, RG3 gets his first passing touchdown to Terry McLaurin. He killed that DB. This is a very close game, 16-10 in the 4th quarter with about 3 minutes left, and RG3 cannot escape the pocket. He gets sacked again. On 3rd and 13, he finds Terry McLaurin on the sideline and tries to fit it in, but it's a forced ball. They got to keep a field goal. RG3 wins his first NFL game, 19-17. And in RG3's first game, 21 for 30, 288 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He tried to get going rushing, but them edge rushers was not playing. They was on him. Not playing against the Lions, definitely a way less talented team defensively, and he fits this ball into Terry McLaurin somehow. That's a hell of a pass. Then on 1st and 10, he finds Terry McLaurin on a drag route, his favorite receiver again for a first down and more. On 2nd and 6, he tries to use his legs on a QB draw play, but it gets stopped. It's 3rd and 6, and this play took a little bit to develop, so it took way too long for him to be able to throw the ball, and he gets sacked on this play. It's the end of the 2nd quarter, right before half, and on 3rd and 7, he throws his dot in the middle of the field for Terry McLaurin. They hurried up, and on 1st and goal, he hits Scary Terry again in the middle of the field for a touchdown. It's a 3-point game with less than 2 minutes left in this game, and on 3rd down, he gets the clutch first down so they can drain this clock out. And that would be all, 18-15, 2-0. And in RG3's second game, 231 yards with a touchdown with no picks. In this game, that boy Scary Terry went crazy, 7 for 107 and a touchdown. And RG3 still can't get it going on the rushing right now. Hopefully he's able to get this going throughout the season though. Now playing against a division rival, the Eagles, he tried to run a read option, but they was all over this play. But that boy RG3 is real stubborn. He told coach to run up a read option one more time, and this time he got the first down and more, juking out a defender, and then finally getting taken down. He would have scored on that play if that one defender wasn't there. On 1st and 10, the right tackle doesn't even block Hassan Reddick, and he comes in for a sack. And then after getting sacked on 2nd and 17, Hassan Reddick comes in again for a second sack in a row. That right tackle is terrible. And then just to make matters worse, on 3rd and 23, he tries to fit this ball in, but somehow the safety comes down with it. That's a pick. Defense has been a big factor in this game. On 2nd and 10, he tries to scramble up the pocket, but he cannot find anywhere to go to. And I mean, not only their D-line is going crazy, their DBs are all just locking up right now. It's just hard to score. Now in the 4th quarter, they're down 23-13, and RG3 finally can get going on a read option. He gets out of bounds. And then somehow on this 1st and 10, he finds a way to fit this ball into Terry McLaurin right before he gets to the safety. That's a dot. Now they're almost in the red zone, and RG3 throws another dot to the middle of the field in between defenders. This man RG3 refuses to give up. On 1st and goal, he finds a hole and finally scrambles through it and scores his first rushing touchdown of the season. Defense came up clutch. They got the ball, and it's 23-20 with about 2 minutes left in this game, and he almost throws a pick and loses the game. But then on 3rd and 10, he finds Curtis Samuel in the middle of the field on a post route, throws this dot, and it's a touchdown. Unfortunately, the Eagles found a way to score, so it's still a 3-point game, and he throws this dot to Terry McLaurin that puts him in field goal range. They made the field goal, and now it's OT, and he uses his speed on this play on this read option to get the first down and more. Here comes the Eagles defense playing amazing again on 3rd and 6. He tries to find somewhere to scramble, but he cannot because their D-line is on there. They containing all the running stuff. So now at this point, he just got to hope that defense can get another stop. And that's exactly what they did. Defense got to stop and actually got them all the way to their other side of the field. So now all they got to do is kick a field goal to win the game. Man, what a game. Washington Commanders win 33-30. And just look at the QB play. Though both quarterbacks were aggressive and threw multiple picks this game, they both had pretty good games. And RG3 had 11 rushes with 89 yards and 1 rushing touchdown this game. That's great. Now at this Dallas Cowboys game at AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys have been playing amazing defense. But on this 1st and 10, RG3 finally finds an opening for this read option and runs in for a very long rushing touchdown. Commanders are down by 10 points, and on 3rd and 10, Terry McLaurin kills Trayvon Diggs for an easy first down. Then on 3rd and 7, he sees a slant, he throws it, even it probably should have been picked off, but somehow it still ended up being a first down. Then on 3rd and goal, when they need this touchdown very badly, RG3 tries to use his arm while on the run, and it's incomplete. Though special teams did go for it on 4th down, Cowboys held the ball for the rest of the game and it didn't matter. In this game, he had 258 yards with a touchdown and no picks. And he had 4 rushes for 63 yards and 1 touchdown, but they take their first loss of the season. But now playing against the Titans in week 5, whose defense isn't that good, so really the Commanders should be able to do something. But so far in this first quarter, the Titans defense has been playing pretty well until this 3rd and 8, where RG3 throws this dot to the sideline to his tight end. But then on 2nd and 4, the Titans send a blitz and the linebacker comes in fast and gets a sack. Surprisingly, after taking sacks, RG3 still stays composed in the pocket and delivers his dot on 3rd and 17. Then on 2nd down, he finally gets to use his legs and he gets up the field and gets the first down. Now look, when you got trust in your best receiver, sometimes you do dumb things. He throws his ball up hoping that Terry McLaurin would come down with it, but ends up being a pick. Down 21-10 on 3rd and 10, for some reason nobody blocked this DB coming on the blitz. And I mean seriously, Madden, there's an old lineman and a running back who could have blocked him. I mean, like, why are they just standing around, Madden? Come on, man. Finally getting into the red zone, and RG3 tries to squeeze through this old line to get the first down, but he isn't able to. Then on 3rd down, he isn't able to find anybody open for a touchdown, so he just takes the sack. For some reason, the Titans defense was just amazing this game, and the Commanders couldn't really do too much against it. They lose their second game, 21-13. RG3 was 19 for 32 this game with 265 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. And rushing could have been better, 6 for 42 yards. Up 14-10 on 1st and 10 before 2nd quarter about to end. He tried to throw this dot to the sideline, but unfortunately gets picked off. Now surprisingly, it's a pretty high scoring game, 28-20, and on 4th and inches, he finds Terry McLaurin on a post route for a first down as a clutch first. Now down the field, and on 3rd and 5, he finds Curtis Samuel in the middle of the field because the safety left it for some reason. It's an easy touchdown. Commanders win this high scoring game 35-20. And that boy RG3 threw for 338 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Rarely did anything rushing. He's looking like a pretty decent pocket passer. Now playing against the Packers, and on 3rd and 12, he finds his receiver open in the middle of the field, and that's a dive. Now on 1st and goal, for some reason the Packers had nobody in the middle of the field, and Terry McLaurin's wide open for a touchdown on the slant. Less than a minute left in the 2nd quarter, and on 1st and 10, 17-14, he throws this dot to this receiver in between all these defenders, and the receiver just dropped the ball. Aggressively wanting his touchdown, he throws his ball in between 3 defenders, and luckily it doesn't get picked off. They're up 20-14 in the 3rd quarter, and on 1st and 10, he uses his legs, scrambles outside the pocket, up the sideline, and walks in for an easy touchdown. And on the 2-point conversion, he tried to throw this slant to Terry McLaurin, but the slant and the flat ran into each other, so they didn't complete it. 26-21, and on 4th down, listen, I know this happened to y'all before. I was trying to press X just to hike the ball, but I accidentally passed to X. It's not his fault, man. It's my fault. And unfortunately, due to that, the Packers found a way to actually score a touchdown with no timeouts in that time. So it's 27-26. Commanders lose this game 27-26. RG3 had 338 yards with 2 touchdowns and no picks. Also had 3 rushes for 26 yards and a rushing touchdown. Should have been a 1 game, but you know, stuff happens. After a very low scoring first half, in the third quarter, he throws this deep bomb to Scary Terry, and somehow he completes this. This was a dot. You know, first and goal, when you got running backs who get in that end zone, you might as well go ahead and use them. Rushing touchdown. Fourth quarter, down 14-7. He tries to hit this receiver in the middle of the field, but it's incomplete. Then on 3rd and 14, RG3 tries to cook up a dot on this play, but instead of the ball going to the receiver, it somehow goes through his hands and goes straight to the safety, and it's a pick. Now, seeing this play over, it really doesn't look real. It looks stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the receiver didn't even look like he tried to catch the ball. Honestly, the Commanders' defense is playing great this game, and on 2nd and 12, he tries to throw this ball to Terry McLaurin, but he gets hit and the ball gets underthrown, and he still comes back to the ball and catches it. Then on 1st and goal, to tie this game up, he throws the ball behind Curtis Samuel, and it's a touchdown. It's a tie game. The Commanders had 1 timeout left. He throws his dot to the slant, and now he has to hurry up and get down so that they can call the timeout, and they do. Then on 1st and 10, they need a first down to kick a field goal, and RG3 finds Terry McLaurin on the sideline off a corner route, and with 1 second left, he catches this ball. That's clutch. What a clutch game-winning drive for RG3. They win 17-14. RG3 ain't have that good of a game, but it wasn't a bad game either. Now, his rushing could be a little bit better, but he's becoming a pretty decent pocket passer, though. He's a real balanced quarterback at this point. And man, Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, has been going crazy this season. That's a crazy game right there. Game's tied up, and on 2nd and 10, another play where this ball is severely underthrown because it gets hit, and the receiver comes back to the ball and makes a play on it. Then on 1st and 10, RG3 is composed in the pocket. He finds a receiver over the middle, and it gets lurked. He throws his pick, and it's almost a pick 6, but good thing RG3 is athletic enough to chase down this DB before he scored the pick 6. I mean, they're really close enough. It doesn't really matter, honestly. It's now the 3rd quarter, 13-14. They're up by 1 point on 1st and 10. Scrambles out to the right side of the field, jukes out a defender, and gets out of bounds. On 2nd and 7, tight end is wide open in the middle of the field, and somehow this ball was incomplete, even though it's right there in the tight end's vicinity. 3rd and 7, RG3 scrambles out to the left side of the field, finds the tight end open, and just flings it to him. Tight end gets a lot more than just the first down. Then on 1st and goal, they run a play action. RG3 could have threw a touchdown, but instead he decides to take it in himself and get a rushing touchdown. Defense got a very big stop. They're up 21-13 with the ball in the 4th quarter. He outruns the defensive lineman and gets the first down and more. Then on 2nd and 10, in the red zone, he finds the receiver open in the middle of the field, a dot in the back of the end zone. Commanders win this game at home 31-20. And this had to be by far his best passing game. 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. He got a little bit rushing, 8 rushes, 38 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Now it's week 10. This is the 2nd time the Commanders have faced the Eagles. And remember what happened last time? It was down to the wire. In this game, it looked like it might be the same. 3rd and inches, and RG3 is not trying to kick no field goal. He throws a dot to the receiver, getting an easy first down and more. Then on 1st and 10, he sees that the D-line opened up a lane for him. He takes the lane and runs in for an easy rushing touchdown. Now listen here, RG3 is not known for his accuracy, but the way that he puts his ball there where only his receiver can catch this was just immaculate. Commanders are up 21-7, and this 2nd quarter is finna come to an end, so it's finna be the next half. They're trying to score before the half ends, and thinking that he was out of bounds on this play, they tried to keep going and kick the field goal, but he was in bounds, I guess. Man, I thought the Eagles would be able to do something in this game. Commanders are up 35-14. He throws a dot to the tight end on the sideline. This is what happens when you get too greedy. RG3 tries to fit this ball in, but instead ends up getting picked off. I mean, game's over with though, but hey, You don't want to mess up your stats. This was a very commanding victory. They win both of their games against the Eagles this season. And that boy had 409 yards with 2 touchdowns but 2 picks. Ain't do too much rushing. 7 rushes, 21 yards, and a touchdown. But man, this duo, him and Terry McLaurin, this is amazing. Now through 10 weeks of football, he is leading the league in passing yards with 3,057 with 15 passing touchdowns and 9 picks. He also had 329 rushing yards with 5 rushing touchdowns. And in these 10 games, he got the Commanders to a 7-3 record, and he's 7th in MVP voting. Now if y'all want to see me finish out his rookie season, just hit that like button and let me know in the comments.